Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Talia Channel, a place where five friends get together and channel. Every week, we answer one collective question, and then we also answer a personal question. So we are five voices, one frequency, and we love to do this for you all. So if you would please just like our stuff, subscribe if it moves you to do so, and put any questions you might have in the comments section, and we'll pick them up for you. So let's get started with introductions. I was going to start with the question, but we'll start with introductions. All right.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm a channel and an EMF balancing technique practitioner.
Yeah, I'm Alia, and I am a channel and shaman.
I'm Lisa. I'm a channel healer, intuitive guide.
Hi, I'm Yaz. I'm a multidimensional traveler, a guide channel, and animal communicator.
And I'm Annie. I'm a channel and a dream interpreter. So, with that, we're all connected to our guides, so we will get started with questions. So, the first one is a question for the collective, which means the collective of humanity. We'll be talking to our guides specifically. So, what can we do for children and youth, the tablet generation, right now during these times of a big shift into higher consciousness, as they seem so emotionally dysregulated?
I can start because, first of all, I can relate to that. I'm right now with my grandkids, 7 and 9, and they love their tablets. When I tune in right away, it is a message. Generation who is right now in their 40s, they had their Super Mario when it just all this game came to existence. Those kids were playing a lot of that, spending hours. And back then, because it was a TV generation, they spent hours in front of TV. They didn't make this connection and worry about these games because it was same time. The interesting message behind that, those kids right now waking up, getting connected. During the time of their gaming, they missed a lot of trauma, a lot of news, what was going on. They do not tune in to all these events on earth, mostly negative. And if you look back, when I was growing up, I'm in my 60s right now, we had books. We would take them to the bathroom. The books were, while we were eating, the parents would say, put it away, just eat. And we were reading everywhere, nonstop. And that distracted us from the events, political, and probably something was going on around us too. And I think it's the same going on right now. They are distracted from this energy shifting because they're already there. They don't need to do a thing. They're not tuned in whatever is going on around, all these negative things leaving the earth. They will grow up and they will bring their wisdom. I think it's some kind of a preventative thing. I don't know, I feel like right away I felt like reminding me of my kids' age when they had them Super Mario, me consuming lots of books and these kids playing right now. So they're missing half of our conversations and worries. And of course, they don't watch news. They're doing their creative. Most games are my grandkids playing. It's about creative. They painting, they making little cartoons. So I won't worry. I think the only one thing we have to make sure probably to check what actually they're doing there. If it's creative, like lots of Duolingo going on here. So that's my message.
Yeah, what I was getting was really like as like these younger kids are already kind of in a higher consciousness than even what we experienced, but and in the whole scheme of things, it's not very long. But it feels like what I'm sensing was that it is a distraction, and but it's also like what can we do about it? Well, there's stuff to do or there's stuff to show, right? Like we continue our we continue to grow and in our consciousness and just in our spiritual ways. And that really affects the whole. So then also, I just keep feeling like this nature aspect. So getting kids outside and, like not everybody can do that either, but it's like in whatever way they can be connected to something else alive that they can connect to. And maybe it's a pet or a houseplant. So that's what I was getting, was something with nature and to continue to grow and expand ourselves.
Yeah, but what I was getting that how we can support them, to love them, to give them love them, and give them space. And I am feeling that this, especially like teenagers, are very vulnerable, and they do need lots of love from us and support without judgment.
And my guides immediately said, just as adults, we need to connect through our hearts to their hearts as much as possible, and to really, when we're with them, be as present as possible. The distractions that Alia was talking about were the same things my guides were showing me, where every generation has had their distraction from the parental energies, the parental worry, the parental discombobulation that's often so present in a house. So, it is possible to reach these children, and to get a full experience of them, and to show them emotional equilibrium and emotional balance, and even experiences without their tablet. But it is about making space for that, which means setting aside your own worry and your own judgment, your own preoccupation. Um, but I don't see that these kids are really any more dysregulated than anyone's generations of children, so like perceived dysregulated, as any other generation. I do think, though, that they are high vibration beings, and they're sensing their environments, and they're looking for some escape and even some peace within it. So that's what I got.
To support the children of this earth is, as usual, guiding you, leading you back to the work on the self. There is no such thing as others, as everyone is the same in a child, in an adult, or in a senior body. They are all children of the earth. And in order to support each other, you support the self. The work here, as usual, is guided back to the light of the light workers, which all of humanity is. Being in the light with the self first, regulating, so to speak, the emotions and the field and the energy around you is the work, and that will then transpire and support all the other beings around that person that is in the light, that is lifting up the field and anchoring that energy on earth. And for those children, the generation of the tablet, as it is referred to in the question, is a chosen, it's a chosen generation, as they are also choosing to experience all of the earth experiences that a human goes through, but they are choosing it in a faster, in a faster, so to speak, pace of their own microcosm through those tablets, through those experiences and realities in their tablets, as there is no difference between the reality in the tablet and the reality of the life, what humans call life. It is all a game, it is all a perception and a persona that that being chooses to take on and experience and try on and play in for their own incarnated purpose to go through and grow and find things through their experience that leads them back to bigger remembrance of their light and to growing and strengthening their light then thereafter. And so it is every children's, every people's, every person's choice of what they are choosing to engage with. Yes, indeed, there is the guidance of the adults to partially oversee and guide and steer those children that may wander into darker spaces and are drawn to those that might not benefit them in their highest good, but not to be confused with judgment and to overimpose the adults' direction of what they think that must be experienced, as again the integrity of each soul is the utmost important thing here to remember, that if there is the tendency of a soul to move and be drawn to the darker spaces, there is a reason behind that, to experience that for their growth. And there is also the experience of the adult then to be a loving guidance of being the light themselves and being the encouragement of the light, by being the light, by being the frequency, by being the circumstance, and living in the duality of the darkness and the light at the same time without judgment. That is the achievement of the light, being it. And then the other soul can just naturally, organically be reminded of that and be then pulled back, so to speak, into the light by being in the field of the light. But all of this is well. Do not be afraid or fret or worry or be concerned. It is all a divine plan that is working out on its own and in itself. It is also like a window that they kind of skip. That's why we were referring to the faster pace that they chose. They chose, instead of going through a whole lifetime of experiencing the 3D world and the wounding and the pain and the hurt and the growth through that, they are experiencing it as a microcosmos through the tablet and the experience that they choose, because they get to be the creator and very aware of being the creator of the games and the experiences that they choose, and therefore go through a faster evolution of what you have now experienced as life so far on this planet Earth, as everything is rapidly changing and moving up and elevating and changing and shifting and transforming, so that this Earth is no longer the school that it used to be, but it is a school of love, of unconditional light, and of being in unity and oneness with everything and all. And we are so delighted that this is all part of this process and you are all participating in it. So do not worry, do not be concerned, do not fret, and just stay in the light and keep working on the light that you are, and remembering that is your home, that you are coming home to that, and you are creating that field, and that is all that is needed. We thank you so much. We love you, and goodbye.
All right. Um, Thank you to whoever asked that question. I hope you found some answers in all of our guides' answers. So we will move to the personal question now from Elia. She's asking a question about she had unexpectedly connected with a relative through a DNA test, and it turns out that she and this person had been living parallel lives without knowing anything about each other. The coincidences in their life events, both major and minor, from before and after they met, are striking. This Elia is wondering what this means and what she and this relative are to one another, as she is certain this is no coincidence. So, unexpected connections through a DNA test, only to find they are living parallel lives, lots of synchronicities in their lives that are similar, and just wondering what it means and what they are to one another. So I'll start. My guides are telling me that this was on their soul path to make this connection and find these coincidences. This is part of their life contract, something they agreed upon before they came here, that they would um, connect through the parallel lives, that it would actually help to bring them together and to find friendship with each other, but that they would have this part of their life not knowing each other. This was all sort of preordained for them. So they are part of the same soul family. And uh, these commonalities are what has sort of um, brought them together and found helped to reinforce their connection. And this Elia is right. It is not a coincidence. It is actually a gift, something they pre-agreed to. And here they are. So my guides are hoping that their connection continues and that they find tremendous joy and love in each other, and that they go forward helping each other and continuing to communicate. And the beauty of the lesson for all of us is how we all have family, how we all are family everywhere. And this particular instance of the DNA test has been a concrete thing that has brought them together. However, we can find the same joy and commonality with everyone, should we so choose. But this particular event, these particular parallel lives, are exactly on their life plan, and my guides are very happy for both of them that they found each other, and that they get to share so much of what they've been living through so far.
Yeah, I'm getting also like it's all part of the shift, awakening more to these synchronicities, to these sorry, to these um like random things that line up. It's all part of the shift of the earth. I saw this image of like all these little light bulbs coming, turning on, and then the remembrance of the we're all the same, we're all one. So it's like, yes, they are a soul cluster, right? So it's kind of like a soul cluster. And so it's again, we're all the same in different variations. So we're all wearing a human suit with our specific selections that we choose for life experience. It's just but it's all the same. It's just a different version or a different variation of it. So it's like these synchronicities, these alignments, these similarities will come online more and more, and for more people. um, it is all part of the unification, and the soul cluster then that comes in together, they are choosing very, 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 very similar um, challenges or experiences in this life, because they came through a specific strain of light, and that comes with these selected choices of, I want to, let's say I want to in this incarnation I want to work on relationship growth, in like being able to be with another person and feel safe or whatever, like, you know, that's what this soul cluster, their variation chooses. The other one comes in, I want to really work on my leadership skills and be able to, all of this. So it will come more and more online for more people. So it's a really beautiful like image, like all these lights everywhere on Earth, like coming on, like popping on, like little stars. So it's like when you look from the outer perspective onto Earth, it's like they see us as stars, the same way that we look up and we see stars. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a, a soul a soul group connection. But like the more specific meaning is really about opening your eyes up to the magic and the joy and the wonder of the world that we live in. And look how magical this is that you took this DNA test, which I love the DNA as well, because there's like this another layer of meaning around that because our DNA is like this antenna out to the out to our soul realm, out to the um, spiritual realm. So it's almost like this. It's for Elia to like see the magic, see the wonder, experience it, and know that her DNA antenna were also activated to then to bring these things to her, for her to experience some joy and wonder in the world.
I had a very similar message that Annie said, that the DNA test and similarities that they had, it was on purpose. So they paid attention to it. Oh, why? Why it's so similar? Why yes? So they connect. Because it would be, if it would be different for each person, they would just, oh, okay, and go in different direction. But this similarity kind of brought them together to connect.
Yes, it is one soul cluster, and these two souls decided, almost having the similar contract, to go and learn, and later on to get connected, and almost was because it was a similar contract. They both went through similar experiences, and only for them, when they get together and they would compare the life journey, that would give them a gift of believing in magic, believing in soul and reincarnation. So they will help each other to be awakened to this other reality. And they were talking about it, I'm sure, when they went, forget about each other, but picked up the same contract, that what they would experience only for the magic, to get together and grow together and help each other, because that is a proof there that they are the same family, because through that DNA test, we have lots of connections. We would just wave each other on the side saying hello, but would never, don't have any more conversations. But this particular one was very special, to just help each other to feel that magic.
Yeah, that's wonderful, everyone. I hope that's helpful, Elia. It does sound very magical. It sounds like magic is all around you. I'd like to thank Elia for her question today. I'd like to thank whoever asked us the question for the collective about the children. And I'd also like to thank our guides, as always, and all of you watching and indulging us. So we appreciate you. All right, everybody, sending you much love, much light, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.